What if you give a covert narcissist everything they want? Will they stay or will they get bored and leave? We're going to talk about that in this video. Hey, I'm Dr. Melissa. I'm a trauma expert and top doctor. And in this video and on this channel, I help you identify the narcissists in your life, identify the impact those relationships have on you, and then turn that knowledge and that wisdom into your catalyst for becoming stronger and more powerful than you ever were before. If that sounds like just what you need, click subscribe, click the notification bell so that you get notified of each and every video. So what if you give a covert narcissist everything they want? Will they stay or will they get bored and leave? It's a question that I get so often, and the truth is it's not possible to give a covert narcissist everything they want. And the reason that they will leave is not boredom. It's because you've failed them. A covert narcissist wants and needs only two things: narcissistic supply and to preserve their made-up version of reality. Sure, they like other things, your money, your status, your connections, your success, but their conscious, or more often the subconscious motivators, are narcissistic supply and preserving their made-up version of reality. Here's the thing. Covert narcissists have hundreds, if not thousands, of flying monkeys who've been fully indoctrinated into their false version of reality. They've heard all of the stories. They've seen the covert narcissist, and they've seen you through the lens the covert narcissist created for them. And because they've been fully indoctrinated into that reality, they see the covert narcissist as both the hero and the victim in every story, because that's exactly the way the covert narcissist tells the story. That's the false reality that they've created. Even if you were absolutely perfect, no human weaknesses, no human flaws at all, you would not be perfect for a covert narcissist. Why? Because they would lose their victim role. They don't want a good relationship or a good situation. What would they have to complain about? Where would they be the victim? Do you see it now? You giving them everything that they want in a relationship takes away what they need. Their made-up reality with themselves as victim and hero. They desperately need to preserve that story. Your feelings, your thoughts, your damage from being in a relationship with them is really just collateral damage to them. You are never a person. You are seen by them as an object. Look, you're a catch, or they wouldn't have been attracted to you in the first place. You're kind, compassionate, attractive, empathic. You elevate their status. And you also have codependent traits that make you an ideal target for any narcissist. Their tactics will work on you. Unfortunately, you being a great partner doesn't fit well with their victim story. So they need to create a false narrative about you. They share this false narrative, this false story about you to all of their flying monkeys, and over time, the flying monkeys believe them. The covert narcissist is really convincing because they truly believe that what they are saying is true. They believe this false reality with them as victim and hero is real. The covert narcissist also shares their false narrative about you with you. You find it so confusing. You don't understand how they see you that way. You desperately want to be seen and heard for the truth of who you are. You want to be loved as you are. But over time, you start to believe their false narrative. I'm too clingy. I'm too sensitive. I'm impatient. I'm too controlling. I expect everyone to be perfect. I'm crazy. I'm the problem. Something is wrong with me. The covert narcissist has sucked you into their made-up version of reality. You are still their primary source of narcissistic supply, but now it's not because you elevate their status through all of the extraordinary things about you. It's because of their ability to devalue you and elevate themselves in that way. You help to preserve their false reality. They've got great stories for their flying monkeys. And you grow more and more confused. You start doubting yourself even more. In this way, the covert narcissist keeps both roles of hero and victim. Eventually, you get to the point where something clicks. You realize that this false, made-up world is not real. You realize that the false narrative about them is not real. You realize that the false narrative about you is not real. And at that point, they see you as having failed them. You've betrayed them in their mind. The covert narcissist goes on the attack to neutralize you, who they now see as a threat, the enemy. And they have a great new sob story to lure the next target into their world. If this video resonates with you, type "I see the truth" in the comments. Then like it. Share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Someone you want to understand what it is that you've lived through or are living through now. And if you know that you need help moving on the journey from narcissist to victim to anti-fragile narcissist survivor, I invite you to download my free guide to guide you through that process at narclesslife.com. I'm Dr. Melissa, and I'll see you in the next video.